All right, looks like we're live. Number one, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. Where you at? There you are. Merry Christmas to everybody. Coach Micheal Burt. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. I'm here at my training facility at the lodge. And once the kids are going to bed, then my mind starts wondering about what we can do in 2022. Throughout the day, I'm having flashes and inspiration. That means to breathe life into. And when I have these flashes, I call them pre-drive moments around my new book, Flip the Switch. It's an instinct. So today I was working on an EOS mastery play with Tom Love. And then I had a flash. Boom. As I was going to read tonight, I'm about to work out outside on the back deck, but I had a flash, and the flash was go upstairs and draw up your January 14th event on person of interest. And so if you can see, what I do is I come up here to the board, right? And then I just go to work on drawing up the January 14th event. This is called codification, or if you're fancy, codifying, right? And what I'm doing is I'm codifying a thought process that can then be packaged into a one-day event, that can then be delivered through live and virtual, that can then incentivize a person, if they have a desire to be a person of interest, to go deeper on the concept, right? So codification is taking a concept, breaking that concept down, deconstructing the concept, and then packaging and delivering the concept in a way that another person can, I call it absorb. They can get the concept. They can take it and go apply it, which makes it valuable to them. So I'm going to go through, if it's okay with you, I'm going to go through the 5 things I'm going to cover on January 14th. If you haven't got your ticket to this yet, it'll be right here at this lodge. If you've never been to my training room, there's what my training room looks like right there, folks. 54 people, beautiful and modern, great place to train. It sits here at the 8,000 square foot lodge. And on January the 14th, I'm going to be doing a full day here. And man, I'm excited about this because Person of Interest is a book I wrote many years ago. I'm about to go back and update it, add some stuff to it, may add a trilogy to it: Person of Interest to Person of Power and Influence to Person of Expansion. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe three books. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to go over what I'm going to cover on January 14th. This may give you some preview. I'm doing this virtually or live. I prefer you to be in the room. We have people flying in from New Jersey, probably California, Texas. They're coming to learn a very specific methodology that solves a very specific problem. And that problem is, how do I become known? So the first step, if you look up here on number 1, it says, why be a person of interest? Well, this is the easiest way to say it. The more known you are, the more opportunity you get. The more known you are, the more deals you get. The more known you are, the more people you can help. The more known you are, the more you become a buyer versus a seller. You're in demand versus chasing, and chasing anything sucks. So, whole goal is, how do we become known? How do we overcome obscurity? How do we, right? And I'm going to parlay the hero's journey into this very important part of this very first part of that day, because there's a person going on a journey. They can't figure out how to get from A to B. They've got these internal problems, and they've got external problems, and they got philosophical problems, and they really need the help of a guide. And the guide comes into their life. That is the person of interest. That guide has a very specific methodology. That methodology is a simple plan to move a person toward their defining ambition. So I'm going to tie in that first session, I'm going to bring in a hero's journey to this concept of why be a person of interest. Why? Because it's going to drive up your demand. You have something very valuable, although you may not know what it is. And I'm going to make the case that the people who get the most attention make the most money, help the most people, get the most opportunity. You are not doing yourself a service if you don't become a person of interest, folks. It literally is that simple. You may be the most talented person in the world, but until you become known, really don't matter. So that's going to be chapter 1. That's going to be day 1 at 9 o'clock that day. I'm going to start right there. Why be a person of interest? And then I'm going to move to the 7 ingredients of being a person of interest. And I'm actually going to get into the physiology of attraction. I'll get into the depth of connection. I'll get into the 7 ingredients that all people of interest have. And this is from studying some of the top people in the world. It's kind of a hobby to me to study the best people in the world, people that created billion-dollar companies, people that helped millions of people, people that changed the world, people that went on to do big things. It's a hobby, okay? So I've broken it down. I've codified it into 7 ingredients. I'll go deep into each ingredient. And in that session, you will know that's it. That is keeping me. I don't have a good connectivity. I don't have a specific skill. My prey drive is not high enough. My networks are not deep enough, right? I don't have an energy that I'm putting out to the marketplace. You will know when I do that session that this is your missing structure. Listen, unlocking that one thing will be worth the $297 it costs to be there that day, or $97 if you're coming virtually, folks. Finding your missing structure so you can explode your business in 2022 is a very valuable thing. So I'll get into the physiology of attraction. I'll get into the 7 ingredients of attraction. I'll get into how to build deep connection through agape, love, and connection, things I'm learning from my coaches. That will change. Then before lunch, I'm going to get into something really powerful, which is clarity of your primary skill. Okay, people of interest all have very defined skills. That skill is then used to solve a problem. The skill is what we're marketing. The skill is what is unique. The skill, some people call it talent. Dan Sullivan called it a unique ability. If you read my book, Single Digit Millionaire, A Person of Interest, it is a primary skill. So in the third session, I'm going to help you get clear on this. What is it you're really selling? You're not selling real estate. You're not selling a mortgage. You're not selling insurance. You're not selling whatever it is you think you're selling. What you're selling is a skill. That skill solves a problem. The stronger the skill, the bigger the problem, the more money you're going to make. So in session 3, we're going to get into clarity over your talent. There won't be 5 people in your life that help you figure this out, folks. It's probably one of the most powerful things we do for people, help them find their talent. What's the likelihood of you being a person of interest if you haven't found your primary skill, if you don't know your talent, if you don't know what problems you solve? So then we'll take a break for lunch. We'll feed everybody here at the lodge, and then we'll move into session number 4, which is called the fundamental relationship. And the fundamental relationship is going to get into how do we know and get clear over what problem your skill solves and for whom, okay? And it could be who would write you a big check to solve that problem. How are you uniquely qualified to solve that problem? We know there's bluegill problems, which are small problems, small payouts, blue marlin problems, big payouts. So we're going to get into that relationship of total clarity. I spent a lot of time thinking about this. Who do I want to work with? Who values my skill set the most? Who would write me the largest check? That's a Sullivan concept for my skill set. Where can I move the needle the most? What is both highly enjoyable and highly profitable? If I could design my whole business to do what I love doing and what I'm great at doing and where there's a need in the market and what my conscience is telling me to do, that is the relationship between your talent and that problem. Monetization takes place when your talent solves my problem. So we're going to get into the fundamental relationship. Then, in the last 2 sessions, we're going to get into packaging. This is where a lot of people struggle. You may be out there saying, Coach, I know my talent. I know I'm really good at this. What I don't know how to do is I don't know how to make money with my talent. A talent in the Bible was worth $360,000. 2 talents, therefore, would be $720,000. 3 talents would be over $1 million. If you're not earning $1 million a year, individually, personally, on your tax returns, it is an indicator that either you don't have clarity of the fundamental relationship, you're not clear on how to package your talent, or in session 6, I'm going to get into you're not clear on how to market and distribute your talent to the right people. Marketing is translating a customer problem into a profit. That's a definition of marketing. It's not my definition. It's Webster's definition. Some I agree with, some I don't. Branding is becoming known. Distribution of your talent is how do I become known for this talent that I've worked my whole life for? What is it? How do I package it, which is anything the consumer can feel, touch, taste, or see? How do I distribute it? Where do I take it? Do I take it to Facebook or TikTok or LinkedIn or video, or do I do a documentary? Or do I go out and speak on it? Do I do webinars on it? Do I do podcast on it? Like, do I send direct mail on it? Like how do I market my talent? Right? Fundamental relationship is to whom would pay me for my talent. But it's like, now I got to distribute this talent to the marketplace. I got to distribute this talent. I do it through all of these ways: speaking, coaching, strategic partnerships, webinars, podcast, database, events, boot camps, masterminds. Like, I could show you books, audios, YouTube. Like, I'll show you literally how to take your talent and boom, take it to the marketplace, to large numbers of people. And we all need it to get out to more people, right? And then finally, we're going to finish up with monetization, which is the usage of a talent to solve a problem, or the exchange of money. Okay, now this is what I'm going to be covering. So if you've been out there and you've been on the fence, you've been thinking about it, folks, your talent is worth a lot more than the $297 you're going to give me. Okay, it's worth a lot more if you're coming virtually than $97. Your talent could be worth millions of dollars. I was a high school basketball coach. My first year, I made $23,000 to $24,000 a year. I think 24/7. My third year, at my highest point, I was earning about $60,000 a year, working 80 hours a week. I spoke one time, and I made more in an hour than I made in a month. I then had a revelation. I can do this. I like doing this. This can be highly enjoyable and highly profitable. I can speak. I can communicate. I've been uniquely prepared to do this. You have been uniquely prepared to do something. You just haven't figured out the talent and the distribution, or the packaging and the monetization. This is why I really encourage you, man. Spend a day with me, either virtually or in person, and work. You owe it to yourself to work through this. This stuff should be taught in high school. It should be taught in college. I went to college for 9 years to pursue 3 degrees. Never had a course in how to find, package, and promote my talent. So if you're out there, I can't see your comments tonight because I'm on my, there they are. Thomas C. Davidson, what's up? Sorry guys, I just figured out where the comments are. Okay, you really owe it to yourself to really figure this out. You owe it to yourself to spend a day on you, your talents, your skills, your future. And to me, I think Thomas C. Davidson would tell you, congratulations on doing 200 deals. Tommy, one of the biggest concepts he took away from our coaching program has been this one: how to be a person of interest. Listen, anybody that's earning over $500,000 a year that I personally coach right now, they all say the same thing: Coach, you helped me become a person of interest. How do you become a person of interest? So you're the buyer versus the seller. You're in the transformation business versus the transaction business. You are the people, you are the person that people are coming to versus you constantly going to them. There is a methodology to this. There is a formula to this. It's a formula I've been working on for the last 15 years of cracking codes and studying top people and breaking it down and codifying it, right? And so that's really what I'm going to cover on this date. So if you're out there, I'm going to post a link. I'm going to go ahead and just post this link for you folks, and I'd absolutely love to see you there. I want to fill this room. I got 50 spots that will be here with me, right? If you're in the room with me, which I think will be incredibly powerful, or if you want to go virtually to this, feel free to sit in your pajamas, Tom Hamill, and break it down. There's a link, folks, where you can join me for that day on Person of Interest. Chad Free will tell you this is very big stuff, man. I'm telling you, people get in a room with me where no matter what you're selling, this will decommoditize you. This will take you to a new level, and this is one of my missions in life. I really enjoy helping people find, package, and monetize their talent, because people did that for me. I mean, if I could go from a high school basketball coach, to a multimillionaire, and man, I'm telling you, you can too. And I want to show you exactly how to do it. So, Merry Christmas, man. We had a great Christmas, incredibly blessed. Thankful to everybody that sent me the messages. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Me and my family have been out here I've been riding that Polaris around the land and having a great day. But throughout the day, man, I've had these flashes of inspiration, flashes of inspiration. So I come up to my training room. Literally, I came up here just to work on this. There it is right there. And then I'm working on another event for February. It's going to be Passion to Profits. And so I was working on the formula for it today. And then Story of Origin over here. And then if you can see, I just got all of these things. I was working on revenue. I was working on all types of just new businesses for 2022 and new divisions. And don't ever feel guilty, man, for thinking about your business. I'm not taking time away from my kids. I'm not taking time away from my wife. Matter of fact, we all been locked up together. They probably ready for me to go back to work, just to be honest with you. So get in a room, think about your future. Get in a room with big time people. Get in a room where your prey drive can be activated. Get in a room around somebody who's doing something bigger than you, man. Like I said, I got people flying in from New York City, Long Island, California, Texas, all over the world. They're going to be coming into this one day, January 14th. And then I'm doing a 2-day deep dive in February. We haven't released it yet, but be on the lookout, called Passion to Profit. And I feel like that's the work God's calling me to do. Big, meaningful work on connection and becoming people of interest and using talents and doing the big things. We got success schools in January. Okay, we got so many things, Willie Baker, that's going to go good for you, and I want to be right there with you, man. I'm just the guide in this equation, man. You're the hero. My job is to move you towards your defining ambition and help you move from A to B, and hopefully impart some of the things I've learned by winning and losing and breakdowns and breakthroughs, folks. So, Merry Christmas. Go back and watch this video if you missed it. We'll put it on YouTube as well. This is about my event on January 14th. I'm just up codifying, and I was inspired tonight to get up and do a little work on some of this stuff. So I believe in you. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. January 14th, virtual or in person. One of my biggest concepts, start your year off right. I'll be flying that night to Fort Lauderdale to be with Susie Heyman, one of the top health coaches in the world, home-based business people in the world, to do an event in Fort Lauderdale. If you want some sunshine, come on down. The Big Mover Bootcamp. And then I've got Flip the Switch for 18 to 30-year-olds. Strongly recommend that. One day, I moved it to a one-day event so the 18 to 30-year-old can be there on January 28th. So, thank you, guys. Everybody needs a coach. Good coach can change your life. You don't need a coach because you're screwed up, by the way. I have a coach right now, literally changing the way I think, changing the way I connect, changing the way I work, changing everything, man. It has reminded me, gosh, the power of a good coach in your life you don't go to a coach because you're screwed up, man. We're all screwed up. You go to a coach because you want to play at a higher level, and that person can help you do it. So make plans. January 14th, Person of Interest, right here at the lodge. If you just join me, if you've never been here, it's my training facility. Okay, I had this specifically built for intimacy. Had it specifically built. Got my cool jam board right here so I can draw on. And I'm telling you, this would be a game changer for you. So, God bless you guys. Have a great night. I'm going to keep working.